Hi everyone, I am Vone Kevitz, designer and maker for VK Dare to Be Original on Galilee Life. Another Saturday morning. You guys, I have a major announcement. And it just happened within this week, and I'm honestly shocked that I'm actually making this announcement. But this week, later on this week, one of my coworkers, one of my amazing coworkers, asked me to join a craft show this year in December, on December 5th, I believe. The craft show is on a Saturday on December 5th, which basically gives me just slightly over a month to get ready and prepare for it. And I know that I have basically said I'm never doing another craft show again. and somehow I said that I will this year. So the last time I did one was probably 2 to 3 years ago, if that. Maybe 2 or 3. I think that's the accurate. I can't remember. But once I did that one, I said I'm never doing another one again. But here I am. I'm finally doing one, and I'm really excited about it. I think maybe because all the quarantining and all that, and me just stepping away from my online biz for a little bit, but I'm back into that full gear too. So I just thought that signing up for a craft show, like a physical craft show, will get my mind and my heart right to be creating again and to be doing stuff. So I'm like so excited about it. So I am. And and I'm going to be documenting every step of the way of me doing it, so that if you want to, like, if you're curious about doing a craft show or monetizing your work, and because I know I have a lot of creatives that follow this channel, and a lot of you guys are newbies that are gun shy to doing so, but I figure if I document my craft show experience, then you can see, that it's not as hard or as complicated as we make it out to be in our heads to prepare for such an event. And at the same time, it's going to be a lot of fun making stuff. So right now, in step one, so also this week, so many things happening. I never realized until I come in on a Saturday and come here live and recap it for you guys. But I finished a book on Audible, and I'm listening to I finished Phil Robertson's audiobook, Jesus Politics, on Audible, and it was so good. And right now I'm listening to Candace Owens' Blackout, which is another phenomenal book. So perfect timing for election day coming up very soon. What, in 2 weeks? 1 week? I'm losing my month math here. But so I'm listening to that, and I'm almost done with Blackout, and so that's really good too. So between those two books, and then this week I took a course with Louise somebody, and it was like a free course, and basically she just reinvigorated my love for Asana. If you guys don't know what Asana is, it is a productivity app that you can use on your desktop and on your phone, which makes it amazing. So you basically enter all your tasks, all your to-dos, all your projects. You can sort things out. You can view them in list form. You can view them in calendar form. And you can, and I used it very religiously when I was doing creative interviews for this channel, because there's so many steps in doing those creative interviews, and all the information from the different people that I was interviewing. I just made one huge checklist template, and then I basically assigned, like, you know what I mean? I cut and paste and and reused the task over and over again, like created a new task, but the same stuff with all the template was right there. So I would like knock out so many creative interviews because I would set like up for 2 or 3 of them on a Saturday because that's when I would film and have the interview, and then I would release them every week, right? And then I had a checklist and everything. So I did all that in Asana and it worked beautifully. And then when I stopped doing the creative interviews or took a pause on it, I basically like stopped opening up Asana. And then, but taking this challenge, this free challenge this week with her, she just like reinvigorated all the stuff that I never even considered using Asana for to organize my life, my mental, you know what I mean? All my to-dos, all the things I want to do, everything that has to do with business. Like she just basically like opened my eyes to see like I have not been utilizing it enough, and you can even use it for personal, and it's great for team members, but because most of us are all solopreneurs, at least the ones that follow this channel, um, people don't think that that Asana is for them because it's like really good for team members, you know, to virtually work with each other. But it's so important for a solopreneur because you are playing all these hats and wearing all these hats and playing all these roles to do everything, not to mention your personal life on top, my personal life on top. If you guys are wondering what I'm working on, I'm basically just grabbed a whip that was on my shelf because every time I do these lives now, I'm just going to knit or crochet or make something in the middle of it. So you'll be watching me working on something. This is just a whip that I had laying around that I'm just going to start finishing because I have a craft show coming up in over a month. This is, what is this? Honeybee Delish Boutique. It's gorgeous. It's I don't know if my lighting will show you. It's raining. It's gonna rain today, so there's no sun out there. So it's all lighting. So it's brown, gray, and light blue, like a light teal blue. It's gorgeous, gorgeous. I don't even think I'm gonna sell this. I may just have to keep you this one. You know, that's what I love. When you make something that you're like, no, I'm not going to sell it. I'm just going to keep it, but I can't wear every single thing. That's how you know you're doing something you love. So I'm doing, so because of that and my craft show coming up, and then all the things that I need to get organized for and all the things I need to do, I just realized I'm like, and I got a new phone. It's a beauty. It's gorgeous. It's huge. And for my declining eyesight, it's perfect for me. So I got a new phone. My other phone was dying, and my sister, my brother, and my model got together and gifted me this phone because I had vowed that when my other one was dying, I was like, I'm done with phones. I think I'm just gonna sign off and be done with it. And ironically enough, they went and did this for me, and I'm so grateful and so blessed. And so now I absolutely love my new phone, especially if it's going to help me get organized. So here's my goal with this new phone is my goal. All this was just this morning too. The majority of this was this morning. My goal is to spend most of the most app used on my phone will be Asana. That is my goal because that means that I am working on pursuing my best version in there and not any other app that's on that phone. So this will help me utilize this demon in the best capacity that it possibly could be. So it looks like there's nobody around today. What are y'all, busy or something? Do you guys have your own craft shows going on? Because we are in mid-October, so I know that my creative maker friends are like in full-blown effect. So some of the things that I will be selling in my craft show, obviously my scarves, because I have high inventory on that. I got this one part that's stuck that doesn't want to move, and I think I missed a stitch or something in there. That's why it's super tight right there. So I'll be able to fix something. I'm working on a seed stitch, by the way. Seed stitch is knit one, purl one, and then knit on the purl and purl on the knit. So the basic concept is to always use an odd number, knit, knit, purl, knit. If you land on an odd number, you'll always start and end with a knit, and then you flip the thing over and you start knitting again. And you should be knitting on the purl and purling on the knit. So it's so that's why I do it that way, so that I always start with the knit. And to do that, you have to use odd numbers. So if you cast on an odd number, you'll always start and end with knits. And so it makes it super easy. And the seat stitch, the knit seat stitch, is my favorite. It's my favorite by far, because I just go, if I do stockinette stitch, it's just knit, 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 or the garter stitch is knit, knit, knit. It gets boring for me. And then if I do the knit and purl, like ribs are good too, but you still have to do a little thinking because you have to make sure you're knitting on the knit and purling on the purl and everything. But the knit purl is just, it's very rhythmic for me. So it's just knit purl. It's enough to keep me engaged because it just makes me want to do the next knit to the next purl to the next knit to the next purl. But not only that, but then it gives you this gorgeous like bumpy texture. And so how do we get on that tangent? So the things I'm going to be making for the craft show are my scarves, which I'm not making any new scarves. I have a whole bunch of scarves in inventory on my Galilee Life shop, and I didn't even list everything. So I have a whole bunch that aren't even listed that I have to go through. My throat just got really dry, excuse me. And so for craft shows, I'm going to be, so my model is a golfer. Her husband is a golfer, professional golfer, and she is a hobbyist but loves it. And so they've been telling me for years that I should be doing golf club covers. And I kept saying, no, 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 no. But I'm going to be in the market for golf club covers because I want to make some small stuff. And I think there's a big niche for it. So I'll be doing some of that. So I'm going to experiment with some golf club covers, and I'll be showcasing them at the craft show. So that's exciting. That means basically I have to learn new stuff and then execute on them. And what's good about that is at least she has golf clubs, so she can, oh wow, I really did mess that stitch up. That's why I wouldn't move. Okay. Give me a second, guys, because I gotta fix that space. What did I do? Oh, not too bad, not too bad. So that's knit. Oh, see, that's the key, guys. Don't panic. If you don't panic, you can fix it. Okay. I basically wrapped the knit stitch around twice, and I think that's why I was having a hard time pulling it because it was really, really tight. And yeah, so I'm going to be experimenting with golf club covers. If you're on, say hi to me. I signed up for a craft show, guys. And then I'm also going to be making headband ear warmers. So that's quick. And I can use up yarn stash for that. Fingerless gloves. I have a great pattern that I follow from, like, what is, on YouTube. I learned it from, is it Bayberry? Something. She's a huge YouTube star, like a knit and crochet YouTube star. If I find her or you see her, I'll share. If you guys want to know, just send in the comments. I'll I'll go share with you the link, but it's such an easy one. And basically I took the basis of that pattern and I just adjust it with whatever yarn I use. So basically I increase the stitch or decrease the stitch, increase the hook or decrease the hook, depending on what the yarn is and how many, but I've made billions of those fingerless gloves because it's just easy. And I know it like the back of my hand on that one. So I'll be making some of those. And then what else? So headbands, fingerless gloves, golf club covers, and maybe hats. Maybe hats. I don't know. Like this is, you guys, I do have a daytime job and I do have a hubby and 3 dogs, 2 beagle twins. Like I do have a full blown life, so I don't know what I can. Oops. Whoa boy. Hold on guys. I missed a stitch. I wonder if it's back to that one mistake that I just made. Because now I have knit, purl, knit, rats. Just want to make sure I'm okay right here. We got knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. And this is a purl. This one's a knit. This is clearly a purl, but this might be where the mistake happened. And this should have been purl before. Oh boy. Something's not right. Shoot. I gotta go all the way back. I knew that solution in that last row was rough. I knew it. So I had a weird, not a weird, but you guys know this channel if you follow me enough that I like to show mistakes. I like to show frogging. Like, so basically I'm now backtracking, guys, because the row right in front of me, I messed up somewhere because my knit and purl is not lining up now. I basically came across two knits or something and I shouldn't. So luckily it's at the edge here. So it's just under 20 stitches, which makes it slightly more tolerable. Otherwise I would just put this down and and focus on you guys. But I just want to show you, like, I like showing people that it's not the end of the world when you make a mistake and you have to frog something, because everybody does. I am using a circular hook, needle, and I don't like this one because see how this thing is? It's interchangeable. So I love the wood part. I love the point. It's awesome. But this interchangeable one, it's constantly unwinding itself. So I'm constantly having to twist it and make sure that it doesn't loosen on me, and which it has, and then that gets really ugly. But it's probably why I never finished the scarf. It's probably why it stayed on the whip, because I just got annoyed with constantly having to tighten the interchangeable hook, like tighten it every single time I would twist it around or something. I think that's what it's getting undone. I'm coming to the part where this is where I must have made the mistake before. At some point, I'm going to see where I went wrong. And there it is. There it is. I added an extra stitch. That's what happened. So to drop this was a purl knit. This should be a purl. No. Reverse it. Because I reversed it before. This should be a purl. No, I'm just gonna go back a little further. Make sure I'm right. Hey, fixing a seat stitch. So make sure I'm right. Knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, purl. So far, so good. There's one that I'm offset on, so I'm trying to figure out where I went wrong. Knit, purl, knit, purl. There it is. There's 2 knits right there. Oh, not bad. Just a couple of stitches ahead. Wow, I really messed that up. There's 2 knits right there. And there's where I went wrong. So now let's hope that I fixed it. So that was knit, purl. It's knit, purl. Like this yarn is super soft. I got this yarn. Honeybee, I think, is a brand with Hobby Lobby. Okay. So this should have been, I can't tell you how many times I fixed this stitch. I think this was the bad stitch. And I keep fixing it wrong. That's what's happening. That's not right. There's 2 levels there. No, I don't think I fixed my problem. Something is weird happening. I think I need to put it down. I need to put it down. I think this is a problem for a couple of rows now. I didn't solve it. Oh, there's 2 stitches there. Shoot. There are 2 stitches there that I combine into one. That's several rows down. No. Oh, wait. I think I got it. I do have it. Dang. You know what's worse too is because I can't see close with my contacts. And so I'm at that, my husband and I are at that weird age where, we have to like put the medicine out here to read it. Happened when we hit our late 30s into our 40s. 40s was definitely the one that killed us. Okay, I definitely fixed it now. That's why. I jammed that one tight one that I made a while back ago. I jammed 2 stitches in there as a solution, and that was not what I should have been doing. So there's that purl. This should be a purl. This is the same one that I've been fixing several times over because I thought this was the mistake, but it turns out it was the 2 stitches before that got jammed in together. Right, knit. So now I think all these are all wrong. Luckily for me, I can fix it quickly. Dang, and I'm back in business. Whew, feels good. That feels amazing. And then the best part is I didn't document me having to give up on live television for you guys. Because I hate it when I have to do that too. So I want to be able to fix it right here for you guys and show it to you that it's totally possible and just takes a little bit of mental capacity here. All right. So yeah, so if you guys have any ideas, if you're watching this on the replay and you have any ideas of what I can make for craft shows, let me know. I'm thinking also like, what did I mention? So I got scarves, I got golf club covers, I got headbands, headbands or ear warmers, the big wide bands too. So that, and then I mentioned fingerless gloves, and then dishcloths. So I'm thinking of doing some cotton dishcloths as well, because those are great simple squares. So I basically have all these ideas. So I think, and that's it. I'm limiting it to just those, and then just me executing. That's why, and I said hats, possibly hats. But that's depending on how much and how fast I can do all that. I definitely want to do the golf clothes, because that's the new adventure I want to get into. So so that's going to take a little time, just until I perfect and execute. Meanwhile, I just finished my mock up of new pattern that I'll be releasing with Owended Yarn, Tina. Oh my God, she's winning Yarn and Fiber. She has been so patient with me, because I just wanted to, basically it's with her mini skein collections, and it's so bright and so colorful. And so I did the first version, and I'm super, super happy with it. And then I'm going to be basically documenting and finishing up and filming tutorials with the second set. So the pattern should be ready by the time I finish that one. When I finish that one, and then I'll have all that. So I'll have a new pattern coming out, crash show, all these things. So, and Asana's going to keep me all organized about it. So, and I'm going to be documenting it everywhere. So if you're not following me on Instagram, be sure to do so. That's where all the activity happens. Like, that's my quick live. Like, that's where my day-to-day sharing happens. And then I come here on YouTube to recap every Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and let you guys know how the week was, what's coming up. And so I'm going to be doing that. And then, but in here, I'll be able to share with you, once I get my system organized in Asana, I'll be able to share screens with you and show you guys what the possibility of it, and what I'm trying to tell you about the templates. Just like, I'm super excited, and I never thought to do so, but apparently I thought it enough that I actually have a template for crochet projects or knit projects. Like, I have a template all ready to go, and every single one of them has like types of yarns, like, size hooks, cast-ons, like directions, all that stuff, everything every step that you want to take to make, even if you're not selling, even if you're not monetizing. Just to make, and just to organize your whips in there is going to be fantastic. So I'm like super excited that I'm going to, because I have a template all ready to go for every single one of my knit and crochet projects, which basically means now I can process everything in there. And basically I'm going to take a whip, I'm going to enter them all in, and then I'll have all the missing information that I did not have. I can fill them in and store and document those. And then this way it just keeps you organized. And then when you're ready to pick it up, you won't be so confused and be like, I don't know. And that's half the time. I think that's half the reason why we don't finish whips to begin with, because we either get bored with our project, or we got distracted, or we start something else, and then we come back and we have no idea what we did, or it's just a little, when you're met with any kind of resistance, that's when we want to move on. So if I started something and I'm like I said, with this one, I didn't want to deal with this constantly having to retwist the interchanging needle, then this made this project go a little longer, you know what I mean? So, and then I have some really complicated projects with diagonal stitching and everything. So all I have to do is get my mind back into it. But if I take the 5-10 minutes to process that project in there in Asana, then when I'm ready to work on it, or worse, better yet, I'll have it all there. All the boards will be there. So if you guys don't know what that is, you guys really need to sign up. It's free, and their free plan, I've been on their free plan for 5 years, and it's still, you know what I mean, the best free plan ever. Like, I don't even foresee me needing to ever go into a paid plan with this, because they give you everything in the free plan of all that you need to do to stay organized and to move forward with all your projects and everything. And I got my shopping list in there. I got everything in there. And what's great about it is I just figured out your shopping list. You have things that you buy staples of that you can just check off. The best part is you check it off and it moves. And then if you set it on repeat, it just pops back up on the repeat of whatever. So my repeat for my shopping list is every Friday, because that's when I do my shopping, every Friday. So my shopping list will pop back up and all the things I need to buy. And then what's great is if there are things that you only buy certain times, then you can schedule it for every 2 weeks or every 5 weeks or every 10 weeks. You know what I mean? So it's awesome. So you can have a complete shopping list. I share that because I know everybody needs to shop. Everybody needs groceries. Everybody needs things that are staples that, you know what I mean? So if you guys don't have a way to organize that, Asana could definitely help. So I'm excited about that because I've had my shopping list in all kinds of places. Now, if you're wondering, does this mean I'm going fully digital and leaving my bullet journal? No. Asana is the digital system that will help. My bullet journal is my writing that I still love. I'll do all my brain dumping there. I'll take notes in there. I'll do everything that I still want to do in my bullet journal. But where the bullet journal has the flaw is I can't retain all the information in my bullet journal. So what's great about this is in Asana, I can put all my systems, all my projects, everything in here, and it doesn't go away. And when I move to the next journal, I will still have all the systems in place here. So it's awesome. When I'm posting, there's so many steps. When I'm going live, there's so many steps to take before I go live here with you guys. Just remembering all the copy that I have for my descriptions. I used to keep all that in Evernote. I used to have so many different notes and all over the place, but I'm so excited that I'm going to just streamline it into Asana. And I had already prepped for that, and it made me on time for this live. It totally worked. It totally worked. And it made me feel so good that I was there's 6 steps before I go live. And I was able to check it all off, and I got to see it. I didn't have to think about it. So it's awesome. It's so awesome. Can you hear the excitement in my voice? Once I get it going, I will be so happy to share it with all of you guys. So in case you guys if you guys are like me and have a lot on your plate and you get stressed out and overwhelmed and you drop so many balls because you have so many balls up in the air. What the heck? I went out of thing again. Okay, that's right. Okay. I thought that I messed up again, but I didn't. We're still on track. Knit on the purl and purl on the knits. That freaked me out. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it. I'm trying to think anything else. Oh, you know what I've been wanting to talk to you guys about for a while? Are you guys following? If you're following me on Instagram, once in a while, I'll share a video from Vone. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. But she is an amazing human being. Real quick and see if I can get her. Bevelyn Beatty. So it's BEV. It's at BEVELYN BEATTY. She is amazing. I first came to her because she first popped up. I don't know how she popped up on my Instagram feed, but she and her best friend or her associate, Edme, were getting ready to paint over the Black Lives Matter street mural in New York City. And she had filmed it. She had filmed her getting ready to go do it because this is at the height of Black Lives Matter. And she was basically saying that they are a racist, demonic group and they stand for they don't care about black. She has videos and videos and videos of explaining why she did what she did with that mural. And the whole time she was doing that, they kept chanting, Jesus matters, Jesus matters, not Black Lives Matter, Jesus matters, Jesus matters. And I was just like in awe of the courage, you know what I mean? The courage and the conviction of these humans that are basically doing something that they believe is evil. And you guys already know my opinions. If you don't know my opinions on BLM, you can follow me on Instagram. I'm very vocal about that racist demonic organization. But recently, I've seen her. What they do is they're ministers. They go out and they go to Planned Parenthood, and they're protesting, and they're educating about, and they're fighting against the murdering of, the generational genocide that we have here in the US by the stroke of a magical pen. And so they're out there like fighting, and not only that, but they're also ministries to bring people to Jesus. It's just fascinating for me to watch her convictions. Like she says and does hard things that I'm just like with ease. And I know they're not with ease. Just like I make it look like it's easy, it's not with ease. But I watch her and I'm just always in awe of like, but yeah, to be out there. There was one live that she just did like last week or the week before, where they were at a Planned Parenthood and cops were coming and asking them, because she was on like a megaphone, talking about how they're killing babies in there, they're killing, you know what I mean? And so, because here she is fighting for Black lives. That's the highest rated murders that happen are, you know what I mean, are the people of color. And so when you're fighting against that, I guess that's going against BLM, which is ironic because they're the ones that are murdered the most. Weird, right? You'd think that we would be the ones fighting for Black lives. But so she's there with a microphone, and so cops are there, and so they're trying to talk her down or trying to keep it, turn it down, and she's like, because there's a school across the street, and they're disturbing the children, and it's not content that they want to share for children or something. And then that's when she just went like, children are across the street and you're murdering children, you know what I mean, on the street. Like, it was just insane, her like convictions, where it just made her like this is how backwards our world is. And I was just like, I wish I had like just a tenth of her courage to live out her convictions. Like, that's amazing. That's an amazing human being. She really is awesome. Go follow her. Go check it out if you guys need any if you want to see some really amazing human beings in this world doing amazing human stuff. And because she's a Black woman herself, she gets, I cannot imagine her hate, the hate that and the vitriol from the opposition coming at her for the stance that she takes, you know what I mean? But she's got a shell on her that it just rolls it off her shoulders. But that's because that's what happens when you walk so strong with the Lord. The wars of the world are insignificant to the battle that we fight on a daily for the eternal. You know what I mean? And that's where we fight for the eternal. That's what I keep talking about. Like, I'm not fighting for the riches of this world. I'm fighting for eternity, to spend eternity with my Lord and Savior. So, and watching her do that, it's in awe. I'm in awe. So that's pretty much it. That's my contribution to if you guys are if you guys are needing some good counter, what is the word? Media, you know what I mean, to counter media lies and everything, go follow great human beings that are doing some awesome stuff like her. The other thing is, now that I'm creating and making more, I'm excited to have an Instagram feed that actually shows some more yarn beauty. So now that I'm creating and making again, like, it honestly feels so good. Boy, sometimes I let Satan distract me in all kinds of ways, because that he knows that is my weakness. He knows that is my one flaw. Well, I have many, 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 but that is one of my major flaws, that's one of my daily battles with Satan that I lose, that he has up on me for so long. It's how I even got here and was on YouTube with you guys, and how I've even learned to be so public, is me battling with fear and distraction. And half of it is fear to create, and being a procrastinator and all that stuff. Look, I have just this much left. I think I will definitely finish this by this week, so I will have another completed scarf. I'm so excited. I'm going to process this in my Asana, so I will have all the information I need for this baby. Once I have not picked this up in probably a year or two, so I literally just grabbed it from my shelf, came over here, and started going live with you guys with this whip. So if you're wondering why, what this is all about. So I will have another completed item for my craft show coming up on December 5th. So between that, so I'm hoping to get Asana all filled in, like my systems all ready to go. So by next week, I can actually share my screen and show you guys what I'm talking about, so that you guys can start yourself if you're interested in organizing your life, your business, or your whips, your creations, and everything like that. And if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment. If you're watching the replay and you guys have any questions, you know me, I love to share. I love finding things that work, that help, and then I try them. And if they work for me, I share them, because I love helping. So as I'm getting ready for my crash show, it's already unwinding on me, and I can't twist it until I get all the way done with it. This is so annoying. If you guys have any tips on this interchanging hook thingy, that if you guys have any tips on it, I can't tape it. I can't tape it because if I want to change the hooks, I don't want like that sticky thingy, ruining the stuff. So I kind of like have to just deal with it for now, unless you guys have any tips on, I wonder if there's any inventions that make an interchanging hook work. Because it's annoying. It's annoying. And if I have to make sure that I don't get the yarn over there, because this is where it's starting to loosen right here. So, because once it gets in there, then the yarn gets trapped and caught, and it starts to tear and everything. So I don't want that, which it has happened. And the whole thing is popped off on me, because I'll like forget and not pay attention, you know what I mean, that I've gone so far, and it starts to loosen. And you see me every single time I end the row and I flip the hook over, I'm constantly already twisting. So I'm wondering, when is it even unwinding? I have no idea. And if you have any suggestions on a good interchanging set, a good brand that doesn't do this, share it in the comments. I'm not in the market to buy anything new as of this moment, but maybe you'll help other people with your tip. Oh, so somebody had commented on my old video for dolls. I have a doll making series ones that does very well on the internet. That's another thing. I'm going to be making a lot more videos and tutorials on how to knit and crochet. I keep proclaiming that I am a knitting crochet master, but I need to start walking my walk and walking my talk, and showing you guys and teaching you guys and sharing with you guys all that I know about this stuff, because we need to get more people to create. See, now I got to twist, 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 twist. Now it's all tight. Now I got to do this side and twist. Oh, I've already, shoot, it went over. I got to twist, 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 and tighten this side. Oh my gosh, that almost fell off. How the heck did that happen? See what I mean? So if you guys have a solution for this, what am I doing wrong here? But like I said, I love the needle. I love this. Who is this? It's a lady. I think this is Deborah Norville interchanging set, because I love her hooks. I love her hooks and I love her needle sets. I have a couple that are not interchangeable on these different sizes that are my favorite, and that's why I went and got this, thinking I can have more, but this interchanging is good. Unless I just got a bad set, like with the screws, it doesn't fit right, doesn't tighten or something. But I feel like I'm not the only one with that complaint. I feel like a lot of people complain about their interchanging sets, unwinding them, because every time they sell you a new set, they always say, we don't unwind. We stay tight as their selling point. So I feel like I'm not the only one with this complaint. All right, guys. I think my throat is dry. And I have a long day ahead of me. We've got a lot of things going on. I did so much stuff already. So listen, so I put my routine. Here's another thing that I do every morning. I have a morning routine. We all have our routines, and the more routines that we have, the better, you know what I mean? The better we just act out of habit, and then we don't have to use our thinking brain powers. So I have a morning routine that I've put all in here, so that every morning I start out, instead of jumping on to social media, I open my Asana and I start checking my morning routine stuff, like drinking my water, woke up at 6. Like wake up is a good one, because when you wake up, you get to check something off already. That's like an instant win on the beginning of my day. And then drink my water. I make my drinks for the day. I feed the dogs. Like I have a big checklist, dishes and everything, and so I have all my daily routines and morning routines, evening routines, and I check off here. So they're all a part of my Asana. So that basically what I want to do is basically run my life through this thing and check things off all day long and just keep progressing and moving along. And then this way, I won't have to use any brain power to think like, oh, what do I need to do? Or what did I forget? Or another day went by and all I've done was watch TV, or, oh, I needed to do that, So it's going to help me so much. And then because it's in front of you, you get to see and you're like, oh, I have 5 minutes. What can I do? Well, let's find something to check off in this list here that I've scheduled for myself. And there's a reoccurring task. So every task that you have, if it's a reoccurring, it just pops up. So when you check it the next day, it pops up for if I have daily or weekly, or so it's like really, really awesome. It's so streamlined. This video just became like an advertisement for Asana, which I'm not. Nobody makes money off of them. But it really is a useful tool to get you organized. Like it's already started to twist on me. I ain't going anywhere yet. All right, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Please leave in the comments if you have any questions. If you guys have any suggestions on what sells well at craft shows, if you guys have any tips about how to make a successful craft show, what kind of items you guys use, like to display, I would love to share all that. And if you guys do have great display ideas, or if you do some of like tips, if you are actually doing successful, like, if you guys have craft shows yourself, share them with me. I'm also, follow me on Instagram and DM me, send me some pictures, give me some ideas. So, all that fun stuff. We can be knit and crochet besties again, because I'm making again. All right. God bless. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you here next Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern. Bless, guys. Bye.